I saw so much young men get life imprisonment without parole in Jamaica, guys, because of gun violence. How matter of fact, it's everywhere because sometimes when those young men does not have that father figure, because in our culture in Jamaica, we have to sometimes women we have to be that mother and that father figure for our kids, whether they are boys or girls. Said looking back, guys, sometimes when we are young, we are naive. We don't listen to our peers because I remember when my daughter just left high school, I would say, go back to school and stuff. Learn a skill. Go back to college or university. She decided, said, yes, I have my job. I can go on my own. So she went out there for 1 year and a couple of months. And then she lost her job and then she fell on hard times. But I always in touch with her and then I asked her that, say, can you bring her back home and stuff? So when she returned now, she realized her sister is going to college. Her sister bought her first vehicle. Her sister bought her first vehicle. Her sister is working and saving her money. So sometimes when we as kids and we are under our parents' roof, we don't listen. We sometimes we learn the hard way. Yes, guys, because when I was telling her, I wish I had this opportunity that you're throwing away. Because I remember when I was living with my grandparents, I had this auntie, two of us is the same age and everything, and she passed her common entrance and everything. And it was my time to take it, and my aunt said, I cannot go. Because at that time, I was just living there. Yeah, I was just living there and I wanted to go and do that grade 9 achievement and I did not get that chance. I did not get that opportunity. So sometimes when we get opportunity, because opportunity only come once, it only come once. Because I remember when my husband told me that when he left high school and he did everything at age 18. He wanted to learn a skill. And if someone introduced him to someone that teach him that skill to become a body tech and it is helping him so much in Canada in 2026. So sometimes we set back ourselves, including myself, because when I was in my 20s, guys, I got this opportunity. This guy, he was living in Bermuda at the time and he was also a teacher. And he said he wanted to help me to go back to school. At that time, I was working my money. I rented my own place. Yes, and everything. So sometimes when you get that opportunity, I sorry. Sometimes I look back in my 40s and I say, I sorry that I never took that opportunity. Because you have plenty ladies in Jamaica. Because I remember this incident, guys, with this taxi guy helped this young lady from high school to college and university. And when she got her degree, yeah, she looked at that taxi guy and said, he's not in her class anymore. But ladies, and a matter of fact, when she finished and everything and got her job, that girl run mad in halfway tree. Run mad, guys. So sometimes we have to be careful when a man help us because sometimes people can be very, very, very revengeful when they realize that they invest in you, spend that money for years and you just throw them aside. Ladies, we have to be careful. It's not everybody when they help you, they're just gonna walk away. Yeah, they're not just gonna walk away. So you have to be careful. When a guy help you and send you to college and university, don't repay him back with evil. Some guys will walk away, but some is not gonna walk away. Yes, guys, I'm talking from. I saw so much of that in Jamaica. A man will just take you out just like that. So just like, yes, guys. So we have to be careful as young ladies. Just if you know that you don't want that guy, don't let that guy invest in you, and then you just walk over him. Don't do it. Because looking back now, I regret it, guys, that I never take that opportunity. I never go back to school because certain things I did in my 20s, I would never did that. I would never do it in my 40s. So we have to listen to our parents, hold our heads up high, because Because when our parents is no more, and I saw a lot of young people, when their parents become old, they just toss them aside in this golden age home. Because I remember this girl that in Canada, I met her, she was working at this golden age home. Yes, and she said, oh, the way those young ladies that went to school and did that course and becomes a nurse or whatever they becomes in the nursing home, they were like hitting those elderly people. They were forcing them to eat because sometimes they want to move on to a next patient. I know you have to make that money, ladies. But remember, all of us is going to get old one day. And sometimes those elderly people, sometimes when they look back and say, I have invested in my children, they don't even come and look for me. Not all of them, guys. Not all of them. Some of them will come and spend time with their parents in the golden age home. But some, they just say, I have my family now. I have to pay attention to my family. I'm married and everything. Sometimes we regret it when we look back. So we have invested in our kids. We have to start investing in ourselves, educating ourselves. Because we start having a family. Yes, guys, because we start having a family, sometimes we might be in our 40s, 60s, and 70s. We can go back to school. We can go and get that high school diploma, that PhD, that degree, because I even saw 80-year-old, 65, graduating from university and college. So it's not too late. Even me, guys, I might be in my 40s. I know I can go back to school anytime I want. But sometimes we rediscover ourselves when we are old. Yes, guys, when we are old, we rediscover ourselves when we get up in age and say, if I didn't know, but sometimes if I didn't know, it's just too late. So sometimes we have to pour in ourselves. We cannot pour into our kids. Because when we get old, sometimes they don't even want to look at us. Because I remember this lady that I used to take care of, she never had no kids. And when she passed away and stuff, people in the community would help her out and everything. And when she passed away, her niece, they just come and took everything and they were not there for her. So sometimes we have to live our best lives. Yes, not because we have kids, we have to live our best lives. That's when we get up in age and we're in those golden age homes. We can lay back and say, yes, I live my best life. I go on a cruise. I go to Jamaica on a vacation. I go to Dubai. We have to start living, ladies. Men, we have to start living and loving ourselves. And do not regret it. Yes, guys, because age is just a number. So anyway, guys, thanks for listening. And I want you guys to share this video and subscribe and like and leave a comment. And just have a wonderful day. Bye.